Buddy, you know what I wanted to do here? I wanted to go out and read to you the Montreal Canadiens' most recent 3 games. After they lost against Columbus before Christmas, whatever, who cares? On December 28th, 2024, the Habs and Jakub Dobes, they shut out the Florida Panthers. Yeah, that's right. They shut out the reigning, defending, undisputed Stanley Cup champions. And they did so with a rookie goalie making his NHL debut. That's crazy. So, what did they do after? Well, after the Canadiens shut out the Panthers, the very next day, second half of a back-to-back, you had Sammy Montembeault manning the pipes, playing off against the other team in Florida, the big bad Tampa Bay Lightning, a 2021 Finals rematch. This was Game 6, and the Habs won 5-2. Okay, beating both teams in Florida on a back-to-back to end off 2024, nice, but then on December 31st, the Habs played off against the Vegas Golden Knights. And they won as well. 3-2 victory for Montreal against Vegas on this day. I see clearly everything has come to life because right now the Montreal Canadiens are streaking. This game wasn't a Jakub Dobes game. So Montembeault had himself the Tampa game, and then Montembeault had himself this game. We had been saying this the entire time here, but the Canadiens are going to have a whole bunch of back-to-backs over the next few weeks, so having a reliable goaltender that you could trust like Dobes as your backup definitely is necessary. It's definitely useful at this point in time. Cayden Primo, sorry, you just weren't cutting it. But Sammy Montembeault, in another stud performance game against Vegas, goes out there and puts up the dagger. He makes 27 saves on 29 total shots, and you can say that some of the goals in this one were not necessarily great. That Noah Hanifin 2-0 goal in particular at the very end of the first, yeah, that's not really a goal that you want to see a goaltender give up. It's really just in front, and Monty gets beat under the arm and over the pads, so not a great shot location there, but hey, the first period, we saw Montreal keeping up in there. They actually outshot Vegas 9-8. It's just Vegas had the 2-0 lead. Whitecloud and Hanifin, so 2 defensemen getting involved in the action here. Of course, the Whitecloud goal taking advantage of a turnover in the Vegas Golden Knights zone. It's a quick on-the-rush chitty bang-bang play where Hurdle goes across back over to Whitecloud and he shoots. Not really the best play there, especially so early on in the game, but at 2-0, that's it. Like, those are all the goals that Vegas scores in this one. Cole Caufield starts out the second period with his 100th goal of his career. It's already been 100 goals. I remember it was just yesterday. We were making videos about this guy in the Wisconsin Badgers system, scoring the lights out. He was getting a hat trick every single night, it felt like. But Nick Suzuki, with the beautiful dish, you think he's going to shoot it on the 1T? Nope, he goes backdoor cross crease where Caufield is there. He goes down on one knee. He fires it from the hip. He gets the Habs on the board. And then in the third period, you started to see other players stepping up in big ways. Emil Heineman ties the game from David Savard, nonetheless. Savard throws it towards the goal. Heineman's out in front, and he buries it. What a nice goal there, and what an underrated performance from some of these guys. And then Kirby Dach. Oh my gosh, it's Kirby Dach once again. He's been heating up with multiple goals in the past few games here. Dach has started to slowly regain his form after picking the puck up in the neutral zone, walking right in, and tossing it in front to the goal. We thought for a second that it could have been a goal scored by the guy in front, Patty Laine, but nope, it actually goes in off of the Vegas dude and in, so Dach gets his 5th goal on the season. That's the game winner. The Habs only had 8 shots in this third period compared to Vegas' 13, but they walk out with 2 goals to take the game 3-2. And you're starting to see that a lot of these Canadiens guys, when they are just playing well, the team can play well as a whole. I mean, you can talk about turnovers, you can talk about Dach, Laine, that line, and just some of the inefficiencies that they had that led to the Vegas goals, but at the same time, Dach has been starting to play a lot better. Josh Anderson has been looking better lately too. He's been playing with pace. He's been controlling play. And then, of course, the top dogs, Suzuki, Caufield, Slafkovsky, starting to get that chemistry back up and scoring a beautiful goal like the one that Caufield had. Emil Heineman too. I mean, talk about a guy that was included in the Tyler Toffoli trade out of nowhere. An extra throw-in prospect, and now he's on Montreal, and he's almost got 10 goals on the year. That's pretty good for a rookie, I would say. Lo and behold, folks, the Habs have just beaten the Panthers, the Lightning, and the Golden Knights all in a row, all on the road, and this team's a rebuilding team. Like, I'm not saying that anything's possible. We already did that song and dance earlier in today's Canucks videos. Anything's possible in regards to an Elias Pettersson trade, but I mean, the Montreal Canadiens, if they're going to go out there and start winning games like this, against opponents like Tampa, Florida, Vegas, imagine what happens when they go back over to the Atlantic Division and they play teams like, I don't know, they play Buffalo or they play New York or something in the Metro. Let's see what happens when the Habs play off against other lower caliber teams than Vegas, Tampa Bay, and Florida. Is this just a situation where the Habs step up to the task? Do they play down to their opponents when they're playing off against weaker teams? Or against the best teams, do they just have these good games? Is this just who the Canadiens are now? Are they destined to be playing well and actually putting in effort and having good goaltending and good offensive contributions from everybody? A whole bunch of guys going out there and doing some pretty good things rather than just one line carrying it all. Patrick Laine didn't even get a point in this game, nor did Lane Hudson. I'm kind of pissed off because I have both of them in fantasy. I also have Mike Matheson, but yeah, I ended up getting no points today. It's still okay though, because the Canadiens are winning against a team like Vegas, whom I actually do have Adin Hill in one of my teams. Oh boy. Not a good day for me, honestly, but still, there's a lot of hockey to be played. There are 13 games on tap after all. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Montreal Canadiens defeating the Vegas Golden Knights after beating the Lightning, after beating the Panthers. The Montreal Canadiens are a freaking wagon, everybody. How in the world is this even possible? And that game-winning goal scored by Kirby Dach, I mean, I don't want to say he's fully back, but this is probably the best hockey Dach has played in a Montreal sweater in, I was about to say years, but then again, has it really been that long? I don't know, man. This guy hasn't really played as well as he's been playing lately in a while. Even when you think about the defensive lapses that him and his line had, which led to some of the goals by Vegas today. Anyways, talk about a way to spoil the strip in Nevada. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Canadiens beating Vegas and what a stretch like this against Tampa and Florida all could mean for a team. The Habs literally do not play until next year, so this was quite the way to end off 2024. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.